Alright, here we go. Two burly boys played Pokemon in their youth. One had to grow up, the other stayed true. Now the large grown-up child can name all of them, but the other guy probably 510. Now what can they do? Why don't they review? Now we'll talk about them till we die.
Die?
Welcome everybody, I'm Joachim.
And I'm Frank.
And this is your Certified Poke Moment, where we feature and talk about one Pokemon evolution line every week.
And today's featured Pokemon is...
Drumroll.
Lurantis. Our first Gen
Lurantis.
7 Pokemon.
Okay.
That's cool. Besides Gen 3, I don't think we've repeated a generation yet. That's very exciting. Oh, Lurantis. Let's talk about Lurantis. So Fomantis and Lurantis are both solo grass types, despite them looking like they should be bug.
They're solo grass types?
Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
Well, you know why. You know why, right? You know why. There's more reasons.
Because it's supposed to be like a,
mantis, the flower mantis or whatever it's called, that looks like a flower, and it lures prey.
Wait, that still could be a bug. Because it's a bug that's pretending to be a flower.
Yeah, but this is a flower that's pretending to be a bug.
Are you serious?
That's what I believe to be the lore of it.
That better be the lore. Because if that's not the lore, again, common Pokemon Company L.
Yeah, no, it's not a common thing.
Common Pokemon Company L. Missed opportunity. Beautiful design.
Yes, Lurantis is amazing.
One of the best out of Gen 7, I think.
No, I totally agree. I've used a Lurantis on a team in Sword and Shield, actually, and I loved it. And I'll tell you the main reason I loved it, because of its abilities. Now, its normal ability is Leaf Guard. Nothing special. Prevents the Pokemon from being afflicted by status conditions during strong sunlight. Situational, it's fine, it's whatever. It's hidden ability that is coveted by so many other Pokemon. Contrary. Do you know what Contrary does, Joachim?
Do you think I know what Contrary does?
I don't. Let me explain. Moves used on the Pokemon that raise stats lower the stats, while the moves that lower the stats raise the stats. So imagine you're a Lurantis that knows the move Leaf Storm, alright? Leaf Storm is a special attack that does 130 damage, but the recoil for the move is that it harshly lowers the user's special attack.
So it harshly raises
instead.
What?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Wow.
Superior and Malamar also get this ability. So when Malamar uses a move like, I think it gets maybe like superpower or something, I don't know, its attack and defense will raise instead. Such a good ability. Like, this would be broken on so many other Pokemon.
Wait, so the move do the moves have to be used by the Pokemon itself, or can someone else try to lower its speed but instead raise it?
I believe I believe the ability states moves used on the Pokemon that raise or lower stats do the opposite as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're basically immune to like status what do you call it? Stat changing moves.
Yes. You just don't want to raise your own stats.
So just don't.
Yeah.
I'm very much a moves that do damage kind of guy. Mm-hmm. So I don't do raise many of my own stats.
Unless the attacking move raises my stats, I typically don't raise my stats. Yeah. See, that is so cool. That's why Lurantis is great. That's why using a Lurantis in like a random Sword and Shield playthrough I did was so much fun.
Wow. Honestly, it's a monotype, but not having bug? Is that the end of the world?
No, grass bug is a terrible type. Times 4 weakness to fire. Times 4 weakness to flying.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Actually. This is the first single type Pokemon I've ever seen where I'm like, thank God it's a single type.
Bug would have just made it worse.
Maybe the Pokemon Company was like, hold on. It makes sense from a design point, but like, we can't do this.
Exactly.
Wow. They wanted this Pokemon to succeed.
But they definitely do know it looks like a bug, because it gets a lot of bug type moves like X-Scissor, it gets Fury Cutter, it gets Leech Life, which was buffed in Generation 7.
What a great Pokemon.
Yeah. Stat-wise, it has 105 physical attack, which is really good. So its physical attack is higher than its special attack. Its special attack does 80 damage. 80 damage, what am I saying? Base 80 special attack. Ooh, it's slow. I did not think it was this slow.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Base 45 speed. That is slow. Yikes. Defense and special defense sitting at 90 is actually pretty good, though. So the defense stat kind of makes up for the lackluster speed.
It's a physical attacker.
And it gets the move Solar Blade, which is the physical version of Solar Beam that was introduced in Gen 7.
Oh,
and
cool.
in Generation 7, Lurantis is the only Pokemon that can get this move.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I see on Bulbapedia, the biology description of Lurantis is a plant-like Pokemon that resembles an insect. It's saying it's like, and resembles. Yeah. It's not concrete. It's a plant. The Pokemon is a plant. It's not plant-like.
Instead of a bug that resembles a flower, it's a flower that resembles a bug. That's what my brain has to tell myself for it all to make sense.
It's still pretty cool.
Yes. By the way, Fomantis' classification is the sickle grass Pokemon, and Lurantis' is the bloom sickle Pokemon.
Wait, what was the sickle grass Pokemon?
Fomantis.
Fomantis. Okay.
Yeah. And the bloom sickle is Lurantis. Now, before we're going any further, Jokum, let's talk about this shiny. Do you see it shiny right now?
Let me see.
I want your opinion on this shiny.
It looks like it's got like edamame for hands.
Oh my gosh, it really does. Or like a pea pod.
It honestly, its base color looks like a really good shiny. It looks like I don't think the shiny adds anything. It's not an egregious shiny, but it's not a great shiny.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I think its original color scheme is definitely better.
Yeah, its original color scheme is just really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think the shiny makes it any better. But this Pokemon is available in Scarlet and Violet, unlike a lot of the others we've talked about so far. So let me go ahead and read you guys Fomantis' Scarlet Pokedex entry. Fomantis hates having its naps interrupted. It fires off beams using energy it gathers by bathing in the sun. That's pretty cool.
Sounds like a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I mean it
fires off beams.
Yeah,
but it's like
energy ball.
It's a physical attacker.
Yeah, but it's only like a difference of like 20 points.
It's pretty big. Okay.
You want to read Lurantis' Violet entry?
Sure. Why
or
not?
Scarlet?
What do we got?
Yeah.
A lot of time and effort is required to maintain the vivid colors of its petals. This Pokemon puts its trainer's attentiveness to the test. Okay, that's really boring.
Read the other one. Read the other one.
From Scarlet, by masquerading as a bug Pokemon, it lowers the guards of actual bug Pokemon, lured in by a scent of sweet flowers. Its sickles bring them down.
This is a wolf in sheep's clothing type of deal. See,
that's
there's
really cool.
lore reasons as to why it's not a bug.
Dang. Well, I'll be freaking hecked. That's crazy.
I do want to go ahead and read one Lurantis entry from the generation it was introduced. So let's go ahead and read its Pokemon Sun entry. It requires a lot of effort to maintain Lurantis' vivid coloring, but some collectors enjoy this work and treat it as their hobby.
So it's like an orchid or something. It's like a plant, right?
Yep, it's like pruning a plant.
Do you have to cut little bits off of it? Or do you just have to make sure you feed it?
That's actually a good point. Do grass-type Pokemon just like overgrow at some point?
Depends on the Pokemon, but...
Yeah, good point. I never really thought about that.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I mean... But it requires a lot of effort to maintain its vivid coloring. What could that mean?
I'm sure Loxton and Noggin's already done a video on what makes a grass-type Pokemon.
I love Loxton and Noggin.
I feel like he's already done a video on what a grass-type... What makes a grass-type Pokemon probably a grass-type Pokemon. Because they're not actually... Some of them probably are actually plants.
I think most grass-type Pokemon are actually plants. Like, you think about Rillaboom, that's not a plant.
Yeah.
That's a monkey with plant powers. But... Pokemon like Lurantis, Lilligant, freaking Maractus.
Oddish.
Those are plants.
Yeah.
Yes. I think there's no, like, meat to them. There's just plant.
Yeah.
So I fully believe some of these Pokemon do need, like, plant food and Fertilizer. Could you imagine fertilizer? You buy fertilizer that your Lurantis eats by the spoonful.
But like, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get to Web Fed and Dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Got some things to say.
I'm just thinking about the mechanics of grass type Pokemon eating because, like, with fertilizer, I mean, they feed plants feed through their roots, right, and through photosynthesis. It's not like they're munching. A plant doesn't want to just munch on like little nitrogen pellets.
No, but I think of this. You got to think of this in both ways, right? Like, whenever you see Ash eating with his Pokemon in the anime, they're all just eating out of, like, dog food bowls.
Yeah.
Like, little pellet dog food bowls. But I also think grass-type Pokemon can probably just photosynthesize. They don't need to eat. It's just an alternative. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense.
Guess.
You don't like it?
I mean, I think I'm trying to apply logic to a silly little show about
I think it's fine to apply logic. I think my explanation honestly makes sense. I mean, they can get energy from multiple different sources. Yeah. I actually want to shift gears. I just really want to shift gears because I want to talk about something we've talked about a lot on this show that has irritated us both, and that's height.
Oh no!
Jokum. Don't look it up yourself. I want to tell you. I want you to look me in the eyes when I tell you this. This Pokemon is 2'11". There's no way. This is the first time I'm like, that's impossible. This is a 4 foot tall Pokemon.
Do we break the rules and just assume it's taller?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we have to.
Wait, hold on. How tall is it in Violet?
Yeah, I'm looking at Violet. I'm looking at it. It's Violet page.
I'm looking at it in the anime. It does look pretty small. Oh come on!
Oh come on!
I get that Lurantis would be one of the Pokemon people would make fan art of.
Yeah, that kind of fan art. But it came up so quick. Oh my gosh, that dude is literally holding it in his hand. Yeah, it's small. It's just fan art, but it's small. Type in Lurantis anime.
Yeah.
I want to see if it's next to a.
Oh my gosh, I just assumed it was human height.
Yeah.
In this one.
Oh, but that's a totem.
Yeah,
it's a totem Pokemon there.
Gosh.
So of course that one's gonna be human height. Wow, Lurantis is 2'11".
Oh, but that's still.
Oh my gosh! Wait.
No, but that's the totem, right?
It's gotta be. Yeah.
It's gotta be the totem.
See, that's how tall I assumed it actually was. Like a 5'5" Pokemon, maybe.
Dang. Well, here's about what is this? About 2/3 the size of a Heracross.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay, I know this isn't a visual medium, guys, but I did just pull out a tape measure just to kind of show Jokum what 2'11" is. Oh nope, I went way too high.
Yeah.
Right here.
Huh.
That's 2'11". For all the listeners out there, 2'11", very short. That is about the size. That is my hip. Lurantis comes to my hip. Oh man, now I'm less excited to do Wed, Fed, and Dead.
Well, now Frank, you want to explain why were you excited to do Wed, Fed, and Dead to begin with?
This is we're not doing Wed, Fed, and Dead yet. We're not.
Yeah.
But I will just say, this is the first Pokemon that isn't a monster creature that we can actually.
It is a monster creature.
Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Monster creature.
We'll get to it.
What else
did we talk about? We've talked about
mediocre shiny. How's its move pool?
I already talked about move pool.
You did?
Kind of. Well, I guess not. I said it learned some bug type attacks. Yeah, it gets things like it gets Sunny Day and Rain Dance, Brick Breaks. That's a good fighting type move. Ooh, Seed Bomb. I love to see Seed Bomb. Poison Jab. Yeah, it gets a pretty fair move pool. If it were me, I would probably teach it things like just a nice, strong physical grass move, then Poison Jab. Definitely going to teach it Leech Life because that is a move that helps you get HP back. Yeah, I think its move pool is pretty good.
Do you think, strategy-wise, would you revolve it around its ability there?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would definitely... I think if you want to revolve it around Contrary, your best bet is to have it be a special attacker, actually. I think you're going to want a special attacking... Oh, yeah, because it learns superpower... No. Forget I said anything. It gets superpower as an egg move. superpower normally lowers the attack and defense stats of the Pokemon. So, you use superpower like twice in a row, you've had 2 attack and defense buffs. That is a powerhouse now. And yeah, it's slow, but since it also has leech life, it can constantly regain HP and then keep using superpower again, getting stronger. Oh man, this is just a snowball effect now.
So how much does leech life?
So leech life does 80 damage, and the user's HP is restored by up to half the damage taken by the target.
Leech life does more damage than I thought.
Oh, because that changed in Gen 7. It used to do like 10 damage.
Yeah, I remember like friggin' little
Zubat.
Nincada using it a lot too.
Nincada and Zubat. Yeah, it did like 10 or 20 damage, and then they buffed it in Gen 7 and made it amazing. One of the best bug type moves.
Yeah, holy cow.
Yeah, so you have your Lurantis use Leech Life on like dark types or other grass types because you have a super effective move for them now. And then your defense stat keeps going up because of superpower. That is really good. And you just have a nice strong grass type move there. Just for other like just for stab damage on stuff like ground, rock types, water types. And then the third slot can be something like, I don't know, toxic or poison jab, you know? Good stuff. Good stuff, Lurantis.
What a good Pokemon.
This is a very good Pokemon.
I love you, Lurantis.
So, Jokum, what do you think? Do you think Lurantis has a lot of merch?
I'm gonna say yes. I feel like right around Gen 7 they were probably like I feel like they must have been pushing Lurantis.
If it's a totem Pokemon,
yeah,
I'd have to imagine.
It's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. Is this official? Okay, so there's a cool Redbubble sticker of it.
No, is that official?
No, it's not official. Neither is this plush. This plush can't
cutie.
be official. Is that the bisexual flag with Lurantis on it?
Click on it. Yeah, that's
is that
what? Which flag is that?
That's either lesbian or bisexual, I think.
What does it mean?
Lurantis is gay, Jokum. Okay. Wait, what's Lurantis' gender ratio? Is that is that all female?
No, it's 50-50.
Oh, it is 50-50. That's fair. Yeah, it's lesbian. There is a shirt you can buy on Redbubble right now of Lurantis on the lesbian flag.
Okay.
Okay, go out there,
go out
everybody.
There and buy it,
go buy it. Go support
consume.
that. Go support.
Wait.
Look, there's more people wearing it.
Is this a reference to something?
I have no idea, but you go into Google Images, search Lurantis merch, and there is lesbian Lurantis merch everywhere.
That's I really want to know the story there.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Is it because the colors are kind of like...
don't say the colors are even close. Yeah. I mean, there's pinks, but there's a lot of pink Pokemon. That's so funny. Hey, you learn something new every day. Lurantis
also, I really like this. I really like this alternative coloring. There's like a plush that has like a blue.
Yeah, like an alternative shiny. It's like blue and orange and white. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah. Better than
than all green. Yeah. That's probably it. I have not been able to find any like Lurantis.
That's
Pokemon
interesting.
Center. Yeah, I would have thought they'd push it a lot harder.
I feel like we've seen more Barbarical merch.
Okay, there's pins. I mean keychains. Yeah. I think it's keychains of almost every Pokemon though at this point. Yeah, honestly, I think there was more Barbarical merch than Lurantis.
Interesting. Lurantis is so much more marketable.
Yeah, it's great. I've seen a lot of good cards coming up for Lurantis too. I mean, I don't think there's anything super special, but just some pretty fair cards. There's a GX. First attack, Flower Supply. Does 40 damage for 1 grass energy. Attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. That's a good move. And then Solar Blade does 120 damage. Heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon cards have gotten so overpowered. Chlorascythe GX. This attack does 50 damage times the amount of grass energy attached to this Pokemon. Oh, wow. You don't even have to discard energy. That's pretty cool. Hey, use Flower Supply to get like 5 energies on you, 5 times 50. That is a lot of damage. 1 time, though. 1 time.
I really like Lurantis' bean hands, too. They look meaty.
You think they're... I don't think they're beans.
Do you think? I don't think they're beans, but they look like bean pods.
Yeah, I mean,
like it.
But I think they're probably thin enough to where they can act as scythes.
Maybe at the tip. Who
Yeah.
knows? Speaking though
of its hands
of eating it
and eating it,
I think we should get on to the next part, the next segment
the
of
part
the show.
that is called
Wed, Fed, and Dead. Roll the music.
This is the part of the show where the boys discuss how edible the pocket monsters that we focused on won't be long. Turn up and come along to the segment of the show.
Yes, indeed. This is the part of the show where we discuss the wettable, the edible, and the deadable aspects of the Pokemon we just talked about. Starting with Wed.
Okay, so when I thought this was human height, I was so excited because I thought this would be the most wettable Pokemon yet. But it not even coming in at 3 feet tall, that's the height of a child.
That's rough.
That's rough, man. Now listen.
It's also a plant, so.
I don't care. That part doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
That part, and listen, height doesn't matter. I think it's wrong when people are like, "Oh, you're too short for me." You know?
From a
terrible.
personal experience?
No, I am average height. I am 5'10" and 3/4", ladies. I'm married. Stop it.
I'm gonna go from just pure. I hate the height and weight of the Pokemon when it's 40 pounds.
I mean, I don't know. That seems fair. It's thin. There's not a lot to it. It's small.
I picked that's just one of the dumbbells I use at the gym. I think that it is highly wettable.
Yes.
Despite the height, despite it being the weight of a dumbbell.
Yep. Yes. Height be damned. It is very wettable.
Because you know what? It looks kind of like a human.
Yes, it looks like a woman. Now listen, with its scythe arms in front of it, it gives me kimono vibes.
Yeah.
And that's very cute.
It's got cute little pants.
Yep, cute little pants. It's got nice bright eyes. I don't know. It looks like it gives good hugs.
Top 10
What?
Top 10 babes of Pokemon. It's like the freaking Sonic Babes video.
Gosh. Not that.
Amy Rose.
Not that. Yes.
It's got two wonderful arcs of hair.
Lurantis looks like you can just pick it up and hold it in a big hug.
Yeah, it's very cute.
It'd be perfect for a little spoon.
Like, what do you call it? When you anthropomorphize like a Pokemon.
Yes.
I love those. Those are so cute. And anthropomorphize Lurantis would be so cute.
you're talking about furries?
No, I'm talking
You're talking about furries.
No, I'm talking about like you take a human and then give them clothes that kind of look like the thing, right? And then maybe some like features like maybe she's got the little horn things that Lurantis has. Yeah.
Yes, no, it's adorable.
Super anthropomorphize them. It's like a girl with cat ears, right?
Yeah, yes, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I feel like Lurantis is just, it's the most human-like Pokemon we've touched
So
on
far.
yet. Yes.
Again, besides Garbodor, I feel like I've seen people who look like Garbodor. Yeah, okay.
Very wettable,
It'd
yes.
be so cute.
It'd be so cute.
Cute little dates. You drink
Yep.
coffee with it.
You could I feel like it's light enough you could just carry it around on your shoulders.
Yeah, adorable.
It'd be fun. It's what? It's like The Simpsons. Mo there was this episode where Mo I was gonna say his last name, but why do I need to say Mo's last name? There's no other Mo in the show. He dated a little person, and they had a really great relationship together. And everything was fine. It's just a totally normal thing. Little people date people of average height, I guess, all the time. That's all this is.
This is also a plant.
That part does not bother me.
I agreed that this is a segment of the show.
Yes, come on now. We have to marry these Pokemon. I think this is a 8.5 out of 10.
Relative to being married to a Pokemon, yes.
Yes, relative to being married to a Pokemon, because it is a lot shorter than me.
I'll give it a 7 because of the height, and also, I'm just looking at it. Just the mechanics of it. It's not very. How are you gonna hug it? I guess I can get right in between those big bean pods.
Yeah. Look, remember that picture where his arms were stretched out?
Yeah.
Just hug it like you would a normal person.
Yeah.
Now that we've fallen in love with this Pokemon, though, we have to talk about eating it.
I'm thinking the thing is, it's a plant, right?
Yep.
What kind of plant is it based off of? I don't know if it's
A flower.
edible.
That's the thing.
There's a lot of edible flowers out there.
It's like an orchid mantis or whatever.
I think you can eat orchid flowers. Yeah, it's based on an orchid. So,
can you eat orchids?
I think you can. The flowers of all orchids are considered edible.
Oh yeah, it's always the orchid that's put on as like a garnish at different
Thai
restaurants.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm eating it. I don't care. It's probably not gonna be very flavorful.
No, yeah,
But sautéed with soy sauce, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like any vegetable. I think it's highly palatable. Honestly, I'm going to give Lurantis a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Because the orchids are just edible. We don't have to
It's
a plant. I mean, I'm sure there's more woody bits, but we just eat around the woody bit. Okay, maybe a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm sure there's a lot of stem parts that taste like stem.
Yeah.
And stem that's nothing. There's no flavor there.
I mean, but again, it's a vegetable. You just cook it.
Yeah. Cook it in a stir fry, I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's morbid as heck. Cut the head off and then just dice up the rest of it.
Yeah.
Put it in a stir
I
fry.
think there's some good meat on in the head. I mean, not even meat, just vegetation.
Yeah, I guess I'm still thinking with more human-like anatomy of skull and everything, but there's probably nothing in there.
It might have a skull.
You think grass types have a skull?
I
You
think
think
it
an
depends on
oddish has a
there's
skull?
Oh, actually, I don't know if the Bulbasaur skulls are.
I have seen plenty of people draw a Bulbasaur skeleton,
Yeah.
But
I think that grass types. I think a lot of grass types have infrastructure anatomy. But
I think
Fomantis looks like just a little turnip thing.
I think it has a baby's skull in its head, but no other bones. No other bones. That's my headcanon.
Sure.
All right.
I think it's,
Yeah, definitely
That's
edible.
very edible.
Definitely edible. Deadable.
I'm going to kick this thing and it's going to die.
Yeah, it's so small.
I think I could just throw my body onto it and crush it and literally if I push it down and smear it against concrete, I think it's going to
Yes.
roll like a plant beneath my feet.
Yes, literally. It's just gonna scrape against and it's gonna leave part of itself behind
Because
in a mess.
I think this thing, okay, if it's using freaking Solar Blade, okay, sure, it'll cut my body in half. Whatever.
But it's slow.
It's so slow.
Solar Blade takes 2 turns to charge up.
Yeah, and by that time, I'm going to slam its little head on the ground and then grind it.
Yeah.
You ever just grind a a plant into the ground and into concrete?
I know
and
what
then
you're talking about.
Yeah, you just see the smear of chloroplast or whatever. It's easy.
Yeah.
No diff. I'm giving myself a 80% chance of victory.
I'd say 85 even.
85 even?
I'd say the only way it could even come close to outdoing you, to beating you, would be if the typical human's quote-unquote speed stat isn't as high as it. It is 45. I think humans are faster than that,
what's the speed of a Slowpoke?
Slowpoke, the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Extremely.
Well, so if Slowpoke is supposed to be a really slow Pokemon, right? A human can move faster than a Slowpoke. Oh, Slowpoke's speed is 15. So if a human's faster than a Slowpoke, how much faster than a Slowpoke do you think a person is?
I mean, a lot faster. I think a good idea for the average human speed stat. I'm not talking about Usain Bolt. The average human speed stat is 55.
55?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know. What am I basing that off of? Nothing.
Nothing.
But
you're listening to two guys who know nothing about competitive talk about competitive.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I think just off the top of my head, the average, I think I could probably hit 55 base speed, maybe, Yeah. I think there's no chance in Lurantis killing us.
If you think about it from the ecosystem, Lurantis, it's not hunting stuff like us. It's hunting little bugs.
It is hunting bugs.
It's hunting bugs.
It's an herb. It's what's something called when it only eats insects? That's still
Insectivore?
Insectivore. I bet it's just an insectivore that also photosynthesizes. Easy.
Maybe only the green parts photosynthesize? I don't know.
I mean, it's little sides or petals. I don't know.
But petals don't necessarily photosynthesize.
I'm just saying the whole thing's a flower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy, no diff.
Yeah, easy. I think this is the easiest Pokemon to kill yet.
Honestly, I'm giving myself a 90% chance now.
Yeah. I'm probably still sticking around to 85. Just because I could slip up If I'm
Yeah.
caught lacking
Yeah.
for a second, that those sides could probably cut my arm off.
Oh yeah,
You know?
definitely.
But I think I'm faster than it. I'm definitely stronger than it.
If
And one stomp would crush it.
And honestly, one aspect of being a human is that we use tools.
Yes.
And I would say we're smart enough to grab like a rock.
Yeah.
So if I literally just throw a rock, I'm going to like. I'm gonna like it's gonna smash the Lurantis into the ground.
Smeared onto the ground.
Smeared onto the ground. Even if it survives that, it's gonna be like. You ever
Crippled beyond
accidentally
belief.
like you ever see like a locust? We live in Florida. There's locusts. They're huge and gigantic and scary. And you get like, oh, they're horrible. And you like just like throw something at it, and then like, oh, it's like on the ground. It's like, oh,
It's like legs are
It's twitching, but it's still alive. And then you're just like, holy cow! I need to put this thing out of its misery. And you keep stepping on it, and then it's like, I think that's what it's gonna be like. Except
So it's gonna be brutal, but it
anyways.
can be done. Yes, anyways, I think that's just about it for Fomantis and Lurantis. I love this Pokemon. I think it's extremely cool.
I think it's a great Pokemon.
Yeah,
Honestly,
one
I
of
need
Gen
to use
7's
this.
best.
Did they introduce it in It's in Violet now? Is it?
It is. It's in
through
Scarlet
the
and Violet.
through the DLC?
Oh, I don't know.
Because if it is, I think I'm gonna have to put a Lurantis on my team. What a good Pokemon!
You beat the champion already.
Yeah, and now I'm going through the DLC.
Oh, yeah, still DLC to go through. No, this Lurantis and Fomantis can be found in the base game.
Wow.
Yeah, go to Tag Tree Thicket. Get yourself a Fomantis.
You think I memorized any of the locations in Violet?
Go to Tag Tree Thicket or South Province Area 1.
Don't talk to me with that tone.
Thank you all so very much for
You
watching. Please rate this podcast 5 stars if you enjoyed it. And if you want more Pokemon, head on over to my YouTube channel where I talk about Pokemon on a pretty consistent basis. That's not all I talk about there.
What's the name of your channel?
It's called Let's Be Frank.
That's what I thought.
Go ahead and search Let's Be Frank Pokemon or Let's Be Frank Weird and Wild Creatures because some other Let's Be Frank accounts may come up first. But if you want to see more of this guy,
Me, Joachim.
him and I also have this gimmick we do on the channel called Taboo Foods. This is a little series where we cook foods that are odd to a lot of Americans, or some of this stuff common in other countries.
Yeah.
Some of it's not common anywhere, like meat cookies.
Yeah, we made those.
It wasn't good.
Cuttlefish was good though.
Oh, we did make some garlic and chili cuttlefish. That was amazing. You guys are going to want to see that. But with all that being said, thank you all very much for watching. This has been your Certified Poke Moment.